Hey guys, so this morning we're on a trip. We're going to Ace Hardware and then to Skate Town with some friends for one of our friends' kids' birthday. So today's Bible tea, I'm going to give you a broad overview, some interesting facts, and some learning outcomes that we should get when we start diving into the chapters of the book of Esther. So the book of Esther is a unique narrative in the Old Testament that tells the story of a Jewish woman named Esther who became queen of Persia and plays a crucial role in saving her people from destruction. Here's an overview of the book, including its how many chapters and the key characters in it. So chapter-wise, the book of Esther consists of 10 chapters. I was imagining it to be a lot more chapters. I don't know why, but 10 don't seem too much, and I'm looking forward to getting into all 10 of them with you. So the setting of the story is in the Persian Empire during the reign of King, and I am going to butcher this man's name, and I apologize, Ahasuerus, commonly identified with Xerxes the First, if that helps. So, some key characters in the book of Esther are, well, as you would think, Esther. She is the main protagonist, a Jewish woman who becomes queen of Persia. She shows great courage and wisdom in her actions to save her people. Mordecai, Esther's cousin and guardian, who plays a significant role in advising her and standing up against Haman. And as you would think, with the last ending of the last character, Haman is the next character. He is the antagonist of the story, an official in Persian court who plots to destroy the Jews due to his hatred for Mordecai. Sounds like they got some beef. And then we have King, how would I say that, honey? Oh yeah, Ahasuerus, I'm going to call him. The king of Persia, who is influenced by both Esther and Haman throughout the narrative. And lastly, we have Vashti, the former queen, who is disposed for refusing to obey the king's command to appear at his banquet. I don't know, but this is making me excited to read the books. And well, the chapters too. But so, the book of Esther emphasizes themes of courage, identity, divine providence, and the importance of community. It just serves as a really good reminder of God's deliverance. And some interesting facts about this book that I found were that one, the book of Esther it doesn't say God's name in it. So it doesn't mention God's name, which has led to various interpretations. The absence can be seen as a way to highlight the hidden ways in which God works in the lives of his people. And I really like thinking about it like that. So the setting is in Persia, which we have, if you've been in history class, I mean, you've probably heard about the Persian Empire before. So the story takes place in the Persian Empire. Esther 1:1 states, "Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus." This is Ahasuerus, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia, over 127 provinces. The third interesting fact that I learned was the Feast of Purim, and if I mispronounce it, I am sorry. The events led to the establishment of the Feast of Purim. Esther 9, verses 26 through 28 says, "Wherefore they called these days Purim, after the name of Pur. Therefore all the words of this letter and of that which they had seen concerning this matter, and which had come unto them, the Jews ordained and took upon them and upon their seed, and upon all such as joined themselves unto them, so as it should not fail, that they would keep these 2 days according to their writing, and according to their appointed time every year. So, the fourth thing that I found interesting about the book of Esther is it has a strong female protagonist, because, I feel like there is a lot of male protagonists in the Bible, and I'm really happy to see that some females get to have a story to share to encourage everybody. Esther's bravery is central to the narrative. Esther 4:14 states, "For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. And who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this?" We're almost done with the interesting facts. I should have said this before. There was 7 that I found. So the 5th one is the literary structure. The book is known for its dramatic irony. Esther 7:10 illustrates this with Haman's downfall. So they hanged Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king's wrath pacified. I don't know about you, but that is some pretty dramatic irony right there. So, the 6th interesting fact that I found about the book of Esther is that the cultural practices. The book reflects Persian customs, including royal decrees. Esther 1:19 mentions, "If it pleases the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered." And then the last interesting fact of the book of Esther that I want to share with you is the Hebrew word Pur, the name Permiel, comes from the Hebrew word Pur. Esther 3 verse 7 states, "In the first month, that is, the month Nisan, in the 12th year of the king Azarias, they cast Pur, that is, the lot, that before Haman, from the day to day and from month to month, to let the 12th month, that is the month of Adar." So that's all on the interesting facts. So now let's talk about some of the outcomes that we could get from the book of Esther. So the book of Esther offers several important lessons and things that can be learned. Here are some key takeaways along with relevant verses from the King James Version. So, courage and faith. Esther demonstrates great courage in standing up for her people, even at the risk of her own life. Esther 4 verse 16 says, "Go gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me, and neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maidens will fast likewise. And so will I go in unto the king, which is not according to the law, and if I perish, I perish." Divine providence. The book illustrates how God works behind the scenes to protect his people, even when his name is not mentioned. Esther 4:14 says, says, and I'm pulling it up. 14 says, "For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But if thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed, and who knoweth whether the art come to the kingdom for such a time as this." So that's what the Esther 4:14 says. Moving on. The next lesson that we could take from this book is the importance of identity. Esther's Jewish identity plays a crucial role in the narrative. She initially hides her identity, but ultimately embraces it to save her people. Esther 2:10 states, "Esther had not shewed her people, nor her kindred, for Mordecai had charged her that she should not shew it." Then we have the power of prayer and fasting. The actions of Esther and Mordecai emphasize the importance of prayer and fasting in seeking God's guidance and intervention. Esther 4:3 mentions, "And in every province, whithersoever the king commandment and his decree came, there was a great mourning among the Jews, and fasting and weeping and wailing." And there is some more to that verse, but that part really signifies the power of prayer and fasting and why that they were trying to do that. So, justice and retribution. The story highlights the theme of justice as Haman's evil plans ultimately led to his own downfall. Esther 7:10 states, "So they hanged Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king's wrath pacified." Community and solidarity. I think is how you say that. The unity of the Jewish people in the face of adversity, is a significant thing. Esther 4:16, as we already heard, and I'm just going to give you the little bits and pieces of it here, emphasizes the collective actions of the Jews. "Go gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan." And the last thing, or one of the last things that I have that we can get from the book of Esther is celebration of deliverance. The establishment of the Feast of Purim serves as a reminder to celebrate God's deliverance and to remember the past. Esther 9 verse 28 states, "And that these days should be remembered and kept throughout every generation, every family, every province, and every city, and that these days of Purim should not fall from among the Jews, nor the memorial of them perish from their seed." So these lessons from the book of Esther encourage readers to reflect on themes of faith, identity, community, and the importance of standing up for what is right. So that is the general overview of the book of Esther, and I cannot wait to dive into the first chapter with you all tomorrow. So it'll be a new week. So I hope everybody is staying inside and dry for the most part. But if not, I hope you all have a blessed day. And remember, God loves you and so do I. Until next time, friends. Bye!